I'm here in Costa Mesa, California, checking out the Noguchi Gardens, a calm little art installation hidden between some office buildings. I first heard about it through an Instagram post from pro skater Tom K. He shared a clip skating the Granite Pyramid, along with some history and local folklore about the spot. There were definitely some unusual claims, with comments popping up saying the garden design was inspired by Anton LaVey, the founder of the Church of Satan. I didn't believe the rumors, but found the lore to be funny. A perfect skate spot with satanic roots? This was like the ideal Jenkum story to me. So while I was in town, I hit up Tom to see if he'd meet up and tell me what else he had heard about the spot.
That's the guy that kicks us out when we skate.
Which one?
Right, Jay? Yeah, the bald dude. Every time I've been kicked out is by him.
He's a pretty small security guy.
Dude, he's a demon.
Yeah.
I remember telling Chad, because he's my TM, Chad Tim at New Balance, oh, I'm going to Noguchi Gardens, because at the time he was coming on like every session that I was swimming for. And he was the first person that told me, like, dude, that place is sketchy. Like, it has satanic, something to do with Satan. And I was just like, what is Chad talking about? Because Chad's religious, and I figured, yeah, he would probably know. And then he kind of told me about how the buildings make a pentagram, and he told me his story here.
Growing up around here, you just hear urban legends, and one of them was that the Crown Plaza was an angel, representing an angel because it was a white building, and then all the dark buildings surrounding it were demons. And then it formed like a pentagram. But I didn't believe it, you know, like I grew up skating here when I was like 12 to 15, skating around this area, and not until like I flew out of the airport that you can see it from above, you're like, whoa, that's actually, it looks like it's true.
Once I posted this spot with like the little story that I made connecting a couple of the dots, so many people hit me up, skaters that I really like Jerry Fowler, Templeton.
I'm going on the record saying that it used to say 666 on the side of the building, for sure. Because all the kids that skated there back then, we all remember seeing it. I mean, it definitely said 666. I remember tripping out on it. All the folklore, I mean, it's like go there at 12 o'clock and the water runs up the waterfall instead of down.
Did you, in fact, check out any of those claims? Like, went there at 12 o'clock?
I'm pretty sure I actually did go there at 12 to look. Or by chance, we were skating there at 12, and we waited to see if this happens, and then nothing happened, as far as I remember.
If you focus on me, do you see a box go around my head? I wanted to ask the locals if they had ever heard of anything like this, and if there was any truth to the claims.
Damn, even that, Gothic landscaping. Yo, can we ask you something quick? Have you heard that this area is haunted at all?
No.
You haven't?
That interests me though.
Because it's on Anton Boulevard, which Anton LaVey is the founder of Church of Satan.
No kidding.
And then this hotel, apparently a lot of suicides used to go down.
All right.
And that's why they put chicken wire on all the sides.
Interesting.
And that there used to be seances on the top floor.
No way.
You haven't heard any of this?
No, never.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you guys work in this area for a
I've
while?
been working here for years and never heard nothing like that.
Have you heard of any of this area being haunted at all?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not. Have you been here a long time?
I've only been here 4 years.
Oh, okay. Damn, everyone's only been here 4 years.
We have a bellman that's been here for 40 plus years.
Oh, dude, that guy knows.
That guy.
When's he coming back?
Probably tonight.
Yeah, we'll definitely stop by. You hear anything about these areas being haunted? Nah. Have you heard any of this area is haunted or anything?
No.
I heard specifically that Weston used to be called 666 Anton Boulevard. Have you heard that? No.
I've been working here for 6 years too, so.
Okay. No, striking out. I think all these people are too new. You need someone that knows the area from literally the 80s. With not much luck, I was kind of bummed. So I started packing up for the day and hit one last building. Maybe we'll talk to the guy up here. Hey, how's it going, man? I heard this was like a haunted garden.
A haunted garden?
Yeah.
No, it's a wife's tale. No.
Really? But you've heard of that?
Yeah,
Back in the day?
Sure.
Like the Seeger family or something? No?
No.
Oh.
You can look up the history though. It's on the internet.
Yeah. So it doesn't have ties with Satan.
It could.
Okay. Oh, wow. Dude, that's hilarious. Yo, you're my man.
No, you just have to check out the internet.
Yeah.
But
I-
yeah, no more filming.
All right, well, thank you, sir.
The Noguchi Garden, though. This is by Isamu Noguchi,
Oh.
landscape architect, world famous.
Oh, okay.
I was definitely intrigued, so I looked into it myself. As the security guy said, the sculpture garden was designed by an artist named Isamu Noguchi.
It may be a little, this could be a little higher, yeah, a little higher here. I think you're going to be the local rock planter.
You think so?
Yeah, sure.
It was commissioned in 1979 by Henry Seeger, whose family owned the surrounding real estate. Noguchi called it the California scenario, reflecting the varying landscapes found throughout the state. It didn't seem very satanic to me, but there was something compelling about the granite pyramid. For a spot that's been around for 40 years in the middle of California, it's surprising we haven't seen more people skate it. The only other clip I was able to find was from Josh Beagle's part in Foundation Skateboard's Tentacles of Destruction. It seems strange for such a cool-looking spot to only have appeared once in a major video.
I want to say Josh Beagle and Heath Kirchard took me there for the first time. Josh Beagle, he called it the Satanic spot. Josh had like a funny way of like naming spots. He was just a funny dude. So like when he said something that didn't make sense, it was kind of like normal. But then over the years, it was like I heard people say all types of shit, but then you never know what's legit and what's not. Unfortunately, was never able to get anything there, but I did skate there a lot. It's like one of those spots where you are nervous while you're skating. There's only like 2 ways in, and whenever you got kicked out, they weren't friendly. I don't know if you know, but there are so many spots within like a mile of that spot. Like you would be shocked. Like all the spots that you've seen in like videos and like magazines and shit. So it's like that whole zone was just so like special. It's a trip.
So I've only really seen it in Tentacles of Destruction. Josh Beagle gets a line here.
Mm-hmm.
What other videos or tricks do you know off the top of your head?
Yeah, not really, not many. Yeah, maybe just local videos, but I don't remember seeing much, you know. I see Justin skating more than anyone now.
I think when I first got a car, like 91, 92, something like that, you just drive around and find stuff. And I don't remember how I happened upon this place, but obviously when you roll in here, it has an effect. During the beginning days of the pandemic, I would just skate the shit out of this place. It is the devil's playground. There's like water gaps and rocks, bank. I've never really had too many issues, but I skate alone a lot. I just roll in with my phone and set up a little shot, try to get whatever I can, and then split.
You ever hear that this triangle represented, we called it the devil. So the devil's heart was this triangle. The river represented his blood flowing to the triangle, which was his brain. And that's what we grew up thinking about.
That's amazing.
So we always thought skating the triangle was his brain.
That's amazing.
So far as the sculpture is concerned, it should be invisible in a sense, you know. You're not even aware of it. It's subliminal, like a voice which is so high-pitched that you don't hear it, but it's still, you are still conscious of it.
So another person that hit me up was Clive Dixon, and I was like, whoa, crazy, Clive even has a story. He's from Florida, like how does he have a story? And apparently he's super into like satanic artwork, and he made a piece like using this bank, and he had no idea of the connection.
Yeah, I didn't really know the backstory about it or nothing, even though this kind of comes off like maybe pretty biblical or like satanic, whatever you want to call it. The first time I came here, I came with my girlfriend and we were just like hanging out and like walking the dog, and I just like shot some photos on her film camera, and out of the whole roll, the only photo that came out was of this crazy triangle.
Tom said your art was inspired by satanic stuff. Would you agree with that?
I wouldn't really say satanic shit, but I've always liked kind of like gothic art and things like that. I read Dante's Inferno years ago, and like I was really into the stories.
Did you find it strange or odd you chose this photo for your work that's kind of dark themed?
I think it's pretty ironic. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. It makes me think it's cooler than what it is, yeah.
What are the chances of that? That means like he felt some weird connection here.
How does it feel for you?
Like the vibe?
Yeah.
I think it's all bullshit. It's just fun. Yeah, this is what I think. But it's like, I think it's bullshit, but it's like there's connections, obviously, clearly. When's the last time you guys have all seen each other?
I see Tom and Chad the most.
Yeah.
Dude, I seriously kind of met Matt because of this.
I want to hear Matt's perspective on this place because I remember him specifically telling me at the Huntington Park. And after the story, I was just like, this fucking weird Floridian kid.
It's so long ago that it doesn't really even feel, it feels more like a dream. But yeah, we were skating here one day, just kind of feeling out the ground and like kind of did a couple tricks over the river and stuff. And I didn't think too much about it. I just kind of at that point, when I was skating, I didn't really look at it as like what it was designed to be functioned for. I just looked at everything as an obstacle to do something on. So this was the same thing. I didn't take any like meaning into it. So we were skating for a little bit and all of a sudden I heard this bell go off. And then these people came out and stood by this building over here that's right behind you. And there were a couple guys in robes and a couple guys in like business suits. And in my mind, there was at least like 20 or so. There might have been 40, I don't know, but they all just kind of stared. And I thought it was really bizarre. I was like, what is happening? And I got a really bad feeling. And then the guys were like, I think we should go. And as we were riding out, there was no security guard, but this guy stopped me and he goes, what are you doing here? And I said, I don't know, it looked like a cool spot, so we were checking it out. And he goes, do you know about sacred geometry or alchemy? And I just got freaked out. And so I left.
Matt's story was pretty convincing. I wanted to try and figure out who these guys were, but I was having trouble finding anything online. Matt said the guys asked him about sacred geometry, so I found a school of magic in LA. If I couldn't figure out who they were, maybe I could try and figure out at least what they were doing there.
Sacred geometry is basically just the reflection of mathematics in nature.
Is there anything inherently occult about it?
I would say so. So occult just means hidden. And I would say that sacred geometry is absolutely occult, because if you think of it in the sense of that which is hidden, then it just implies that there's a meaning behind what it is that you're looking at. It does kind of seem like in this plaza, things are basically aligned to the directions. So if this place was designed with that in mind, then at certain times of the day, the way that the angle of the sun is going to hit, it's going to illuminate certain things. I definitely believe that if you align yourself with that, you can tap into something greater. In the practice that I have, which is Western mystery tradition, you do wear robes when you do a ritual, just a plain black robe. And the reason that I wear that is because you are basically taking away anything that has to do with your own personal ego or identity. You're trying to make yourself like a blank slate. It's the suit robe combo that's creepy though.
Yeah, like, kind of like corporate meets occult.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
You know, there's always like some truth to a rumor, right? Something.
And any conspiracy theory needs a little bit of truth to like get you really hooked, you know? And so it's like Anton LaVey, 666, Church of Satan. I mean, yeah, it just turns into this conspiracy fucking blender. But in fact, there's just an Anton Seeger, and that's where Anton is from. So it has nothing to do with Anton LaVey. It might even be mostly that, and like the Gucci Garden was just kind of sucked into the mythos of that building. You know, you go to Europe, there's sculptures and statues and public art everywhere, but Orange County has zero public art. And I think for kids from the suburb, the fact that there's like a Noguchi earth sculpture in a mall is just like weird enough to get all the kids tripping out, like, what? Why is this place here, you know? So I think it just became folklore.
I think the funny thing is that Tom composed a post about the spot, and it created being able to hang out with these guys again and talk about like complete nonsense, like satanic fucking myth on a skate spot.
We live in a world, for a world that we imagine. After all, everybody does, It may not coincide to reality, but it's a kind of maybe a precursor of reality. Because, if it isn't reality today, maybe it's reality tomorrow, who knows?
Hi, how's it going? You've been here a long time, right? 40 years?
That's right.
Have you heard that it's haunted or there's like any satanic ties?
People do come here with that belief, and they want to travel up to the floors and check out if it's really true or not.
My personal belief is that Henry Seegerstrom and the Seegerstrom family have a deal with the devil because they built an empire on lima beans. No one fucking eats lima beans.
Who would you like to see get a trick on this spot? I think Kenny Anderson could get a really sick trick here. Like, that's a dude you'd want to see skate this.